Hi guys, what's up? It's me, Audra, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, I'm not sure how you got here, but certainly I'm glad you came. Okay, so we're here with another face-off, and I figured what I would do with some of these face-off videos is talk about issues. No, really. I was on Twitter, and it got me to thinking about something, so I thought I would share it with you. And normally when I think about things, I either share it with you guys or Bo or both. So let's get started. So first of all, I told you you're going to see this sweater a lot. It doesn't matter what day it is. It's like I'm in this sweater. It's so comfy. Thanks, Mom. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and try this Rawganic facial wipe and see how it performs. I mean, why not? I think I got this from my Kinder beauty box. So the topic today comes from Twitter, and someone had asked a question, which was like, what phrases would you like to see go away in 2020? And that actually got me to thinking, ooh, not bad, bitch. That actually got me to thinking about something specific that has irritated me to no end for several years now, and that is Friendzone. I hate Friendzone. I hate it with a furious, furious passion. This thing is kind of the tits. So I wanted to go into some of the many reasons I hate it. I'm still going to wash my face, but it's kind of nice just to be able to do this. So the first reason I hate the term friend zone is because I feel very strongly that it completely diminishes the idea of friendship between men and women. Like, it just completely breaks down the idea that men and women can in any way be friends unless somebody wants to have sex with the other person. And it's like, oh no, if they don't want to have sex, then obviously, you know, you're in a zone of friendship, which is bad for men and women. Like, men can't feel comfortable having women as friends because all their stupid friends are like, oh, you're friend zone, dude. Like, as if that's a bad thing. That's the next part. As if friendship is the worst thing that could happen between a man and a woman. Like, are you serious right now? Like, that's what we act like. As if friendship is the worst possible thing to happen. As if having a friend of the opposite sex is just like the absolute worst. Why would that be so terrible? Why would it be awful? Like, what's wrong with having a friend of the opposite sex that you're not hooking up with? What is wrong with that? Why do we put such emphasis on it? And so I don't like that it adds this like weird element to a friendship that you just can't even be friends with someone of the opposite sex without there being this zone. Okay, as is my tradition, I use the Hada Tokyo Gentle Hydrating Cleanser with hyaluronic acid. Yeah. And now I'm going to spritz my face with a little bit of toner, not a lot, just a little, because I'm prepping it for this mask. Juicy right there. Juicy. And actually, I'm not going to tell you this one because it's not all of this toner anymore. Like, I put another one in there. Okay. I am going to be using this Lieu by Jean Sio. It is a cleansing, exfoliating, and brightening powder that you put together with water. This is white AF, but you put it together with some water, and then that makes masks. So we're going to try this again. The last time I did it, I did a really poor job. So we're going to try this one more time. See if I can do it better. All right, here we go. Here is the odd little paste I've created, and we're going to start trying to put it on my face. Anyway, back to the subject at hand. It creates this idea that there is a zone to get out of, right? So if you are friend zoned, it creates this false idea for a lot of men who are insecure. So let's call them boys instead of men. But it creates this like false idea for these guys that they can get out, right? That if they do the right things, they can get out. I blame friends. But that like at some point, sometime, they will have the ability to no longer be in the friend zone and can maybe have a romantic relationship. Now, while that's not untrue and people do go from being friends to having a relationship, using the term friend zone on the consistent basis that we are currently using it gives this particular idea to many of these boys that girls who just want to be friends with them might end up dating them later, and that is just categorically untrue. For me, when I tell somebody I want to be their friend, I really do just want to be their friend. I'm not interested in dating you. That's not on my mind. And if it did change, it would change, but it wouldn't be because you were in the friend zone. But in my case, that's almost never happened. I think in my lifetime, I am 39, and so I have been dating since I was like 19, 18, 16, I don't know. I've been dating for a long time. I'm like trying to remember the people that I cut out. But I think I can actually count on my hand, one hand, the amount of times I have actually either sexually gotten with a friend or actually dated. And that is twice in my life that has happened. And it's not because I'm some horrible bitch who's like, oh, I'm better than. It's because you were my friend. You are my friend. I'm gonna put a little bit more on my chin. Ooh. Okay, it starts to get like thicker. I feel like I should have let it sit longer before I added more shit. But it is what it is. But yes, it gives this like particular implication that women and men just can't be friends. And I don't like that. I don't like the idea that there's someone creeping and trying to like be my friend, because that's the next level of it. The next level that I find disconcerting about using friend zone as a term is that there's a level of creepiness to it that I don't like. That you are in this to get something. Like, you are not trying to be my friend. You're literally here because you want something from me. So everything that you are doing, and this is that nice guy bullshit syndrome and where these freaking incels come from, that everything that you are doing is to get something from me that I didn't want to give in the first place, and I didn't know we were playing this fucking game. It's bullshit, and I hate it. I think it's disgusting, and it's gross behavior, and it's why you keep having this like rise of these incels that are just wandering around bitching and moaning about how they're nice to women, and women don't give them anything, and they get with the chads, and they're all Stacy's, and just all this like crazy shit, and you're like, have you ever considered maybe just being nice to somebody because you wanted to? Did you tell her how you felt and she said, no thank you? Because that's cool too. Like, what's wrong with a friend? Why is that so terrible? And if it's that bad, then stop being her friend. Like, if you can't handle being someone's friend, then don't be their friend. That layer of creepiness underneath it is gross, it is disgusting, and it's quite frightening to me that someone is genuinely just hanging out like a snake in the grass, waiting for an opportunity for me to one day turn to them and go,
oh yeah, it's been you all along.
Alright, the jury is still out on that one. I can't ever, like, my skin feels super, super clean, but I don't ever, like, necessarily love that feeling. So, moving on. I'm going to use the Instant Natural Niacinamide Serum, which is, like, you know, one of my standby favorites. Why not? Okay. Okay. While we wait for that, we're going to bust out, like, the big daddy of some shit, and it's going to be pretty exciting. So, just you wait. First of all, I always get a big-ass bottle of wine because I like to have it for a long period of time. Here we go. We're going to see if I even know what I'm doing with this thing. Okay. Hey! Okay, we're back, and I'm going to go back in with the Juice Beauty Stem Cellular Anti-Wrinkle Booster Serum. This is hella expensive, but, you know, I like it. I likes it. But what I actually truly, really hate about the term friend zone, how fucking fragile is your ego that you can't accept rejection? The problem with the term is that we've literally allowed this term to go in place of men being able to accept rejection. No is no longer the word. Is it any wonder they're having a fucking problem with the word no? Because we removed it. We keep removing it and replacing it with bullshit. And the bullshit we replace it with was friend zone. And I don't really hear a lot of women use the term. It's almost exclusively men sitting around being like, hey man, how'd it go with Sharon? Oh man, she friend zoned me. No, she didn't. She didn't friend zone you. She said no. She doesn't want to date you. Fucking get over it. Don't do that. Like, take the rejection. Take the L, dude. Take the L. It's not going to be the end of your life that this person did not want to go out on a date with you or was uninterested in having a relationship with you. Take the L. Understand that it is rejection. That's what it is. Rejection. Rejection. What this means is you shot your shot and they said no thanks. And that's it. There's not a special place that you're living in where maybe one day she's going to decide to take the rejection. I don't like this idea that these egos are so fucking fragile that the very thought of being able to accept that somebody doesn't want to date you sends you into a tailspin that's so great that you can't even accept that they don't want to date you. So as opposed to just being honest and saying, we're just going to be friends, or she's uninterested, you're sitting here making this bullshit excuse like, oh man, she friend zoned me. Like, no, she didn't. There's not a zone. Women do not have zones for their friendships, okay? I don't sit there and be like, this is this zone, and then this is this zone, this is this. We don't have zones. I don't have a zone spread out and set up specifically for these types of friends. Now, I have types of friends. I think everybody has like work friends versus friends, and some of your work friends become friends, which is why I don't really do that all that often, because I'm like, this is my friend from work, and the only reason I say that is because like you don't know them. But I don't have a zone. I don't have, my super friend zone and my kind of friend zone. I don't have a friend zone for men. There's not a special zone of friendship exclusively for men. Drives me fucking nuts. That is so problematic, because what it leads to is my final point in this whole thing is violence against women. The fact that these men, not all men, and if you're a man watching this, please understand I'm definitely not talking to you, but the very idea that we have created this friend zone idea and we keep running with it and it keeps moving forward, and why I want it to die is because it creates this problem of violence against women. Because men can't accept no. These boys, cannot accept no. Women are literally getting punched, beaten, and all kinds of horrible things simply for not being interested in a guy. Like, you're not interested, and therefore, because you were uninterested in dating them, you have to have violence against you, because we're just making these like fragile bullshit excuses as to why a woman doesn't want to see you or date you. She doesn't want to date you. It's done. There's not a friend zone. Stop making this a thing. This has to end in 2020, because I really truly believe that the only way to really get our no power back and to really get people to understand what the fuck no means is for them to understand that there's not a special zone for them. There's not a special little space that they're living in that we've created so that they can feel like, one, we owe them something. We owe them something. He held the door open. You should give him your number. Get the fuck out of here. Two, that they have rights to us. This is disgusting to me. The very idea of creating this friend zone makes men feel like they have rights to us. It gives them this bullshit idea that if you're dating some other guy deemed a Chad or whatever the fuck, that somehow this guy is less than because of XYZ, because you helped her move. You didn't have to. You could have said no. Like, it's that easy. You could, just the way she said no to dating you, you could have been like, yeah, no, I'm not going to help you move. It's cool. And then she'd be like, all right, and went on about her business. Like, literally would have like, and would have gone and found some other people to help her move. She asked you, and you said, yes. And so she's like, cool. But those ideas, and 3, that we're not allowed to say no. That bothers me. It feels like, as a woman, saying no is becoming a death threat to us. It's becoming the very thing that hurts us, and we should have the right. So no, I don't like friend zone. I don't like to use it when I'm joking or kidding. I don't like the phrase. I want it to die, and I want it to stay in 2019, never to return again, because you're just my friend. Everybody's you're just friends. I have friends. And if you're a male and you're a friend with me, then I think it's fantastic that we have a friendship between a male and a female that has no sexual energy going on, and we just hang out, we have a good time. I actually have friends like that. It's so crazy. But I do. I'm done with that. I don't want it to continue. I think that it's disgusting. I think that it's very, very harmful. And I think that we need to get people back to the point where they realize that no means no, and they understand that rejection is rejection. Rejection is rejection. If somebody doesn't want to date you, they don't want to date you. I don't know why I grabbed that. If somebody doesn't want to date you, they don't want to date you. If someone doesn't want to give you their number, they don't want to give you their number. Like, why are we making this so difficult to understand? It doesn't have to be like this. It can be so simple. And we're making it so hard. All right, so I'm using this Dirty Lamb Ultra Night Serum, Hydrate and Protect. It's kind of the fucking business, actually. I really like this. I wake up in the morning, my skin is like buttery soft. And I'm like, haha, what's up, bitches? All right, so I'm prepped, I'm ready. I'm ready to sit around, watch more movies, and just enjoy the day, the night, actually. It is actually night. When I do this, it is actually night. It's not I'm not kidding about taking my face off. Like, it's actually night. I'm in my pajamas. Full stop. No cap. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you don't mind me having a few rants here and there about things I'm passionate about. Do you have any subjects or topics that you would like me to discuss, or anything that's grinding your gears that you kind of want to talk about for what's happening? Because I just, the thing about me is I'm not going to create a specific niche of what it is I do. I like to do a little bit of everything, and honestly, I don't want to create 17 channels. I already have like one other weird conspiracy theory channel that I have, and that's like too much work to try to do both of these and record for both of them and upload for it's just too much. I can't do it. I don't have enough like tech shit to do it anyway. So I hope you guys enjoy some of these like random forays into, I guess, like, I don't know if it's commentary or not, but it's what it is. It is what it is. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, because I do some makeup stuff, I do some beauty stuff, I do a lot of skincare stuff. This stuff makes my skin like fucking gold. Like, no joke. I'm going to wake up tomorrow and it's just going to be like, to the heavens. And finally, if I haven't scared you off yet, thank you guys so much for watching. I love each and every one of you. And until next time, deuces! Bo, I'm sorry that you hate electronics.